and welcome to another episode of the program Improve Seeds. As I promised you in the last episode that I'll be back to Mr. Peter's farm and we're here again. In our last episode, we spoke about pawpaw. We spoke about its cultivation, its advantages, both in the economical and the beneficial aspect of it. And he talked about having the plants from the plantation, that is from the nursery. So today we're here to go to the nursery. We're going to see how he's going to show and demonstrate how the nursery birds are going to be. And of course, we're going to again see a special fruit, jackfruit, and also stevia. Hope you will love to follow me. And of course, I'm Hilda Homsen Fatu. I'm your host in the first Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television, ARC and Abuja. All right, we'll be right back, and you come along with us where we're going to practicalize. We'll see what our guest is going to demonstrate.
Treated pawpaw seed.
Okay. Welcome back. All right, Mr. Peter, I hope you're excited having us
Very
back here.
excited to have you.
All right, so how have you
again.
been?
I've been fine.
All
How
right,
you doing?
so what do we have here?
We have pawpaw. This is treated pawpaw seed.
Okay, so this is the
This is
pawpaw
yes,
treated
pawpaw
seeds.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is how we're going to start planting it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is how we start with establishing the nursery. One, you get a quality seed. When you have a very good quality seed, then you can go into establishment of the nursery for the pawpaw.
So does that mean that you got these seeds from the other fruits that have been eaten, or how did you get it?
I got this is a special seed of pawpaw, this species that is 6 to 8 months. Yes, this is the hybrid pawpaw species. So I got a foundation seed. So when I got the foundation seed, I now produced the pawpaws. So from my foundation seed, so that's where I have these ones now from. Yes,
Nice.
yes.
That is beautiful.
Yes, yes.
So you dry it,
You dry it.
you remove it from the. Please tell us, how did you get
Now,
it?
when you harvest the pawpaw itself to get the seed, when you harvest the pawpaw itself, you remove the seeds from the pawpaw. When you remove the seed from the pawpaw, before you dry it, you just get ash from the firewood ash. Then you just mix it with it. Then you sun dry it.
So why do you mix it with the ash?
Because if you don't mix it with the ash, it will not dry effectively. Then it will still be watery.
So the ash helps drain out the water.
The ash helps drain out the water and helps it to dry very well, and termites cannot eat it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's another preventive
Yes,
method.
that is another preventive measure. That's why it's called treated pawpaw seeds.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. So we're here.
So what we have here is the seed tray. One, pawpaws is advisable to do pawpaw in a nursery before you transplant it to the field. So what you see here now is already an established pawpaw nursery. This is already an established pawpaw nursery. So from here now, if you want to take it to the farm, it's not ready yet.
Okay.
It needs to give it some more, for it to grow taller. before you can take it to the farm. Just like you see those ones are already taller now, those ones are ready to be transplanted to the farm. So from here now, you will plant your seed. Each of these seed tray you see have like 96 holes.
Oh,
So we are expected to have 96 purpose on
seedlings
these
now.
seedlings on this tray. So
Okay.
once you see it like this, once you have the tray, you get your compost. You get your compost, mix it with the topsoil, and fill the holes. Once you fill the holes, then you now plant your purple seeds on each of the holes here.
So
Then
just a single seed?
a single seed per the hole, a single seed per hole. Then you now water it morning, evening for the next 2 weeks. Then they would have germinated. So when they have germinated, like you see them here, the next thing from this stage now, since they are not ready to be transplanted into the field, the next thing from here now is to put them into your
Bags.
your nursery bags. So once you have them in your nursery bags, allow it for another 2-3 weeks. Then they would have been matured for transplanting. Basically, that is the techniques. Get a good quality, get a good seed, get a good purple seed, get your compost, mix your compost with topsoil.
Yeah.
Then you can use it to establish your purple. And again, if you don't want to go through that technique, if you want to do it directly into the nursery bags, you can still do it directly into the nursery bags. And another option, again, if you cannot do it on the nursery bag, you can do it on the ground.
Okay, on your plow.
Yes, you just create a bed. You can just create a bed, then put the purple in their rolls. Put the purple in their rolls. Then once they germinate, you maintain it just like it's a nursery yet. You maintain it. Then from there you can harvest and transplant to the farm or
So
wherever you
what
want to.
are the dimension?
The dimension for planting pawpaw is 3 meters, 3 meter by 3 meter. And 1 hectare of pawpaw can take up to 1,000 pawpaw trees. It depends on how you want to space them. And again, interestingly, pawpaw, you can do them mixed cropping. When you have a pawpaw farm, you can also plant some other things within the farm. They can still do very well. As long as whatever you are planting is not going to overshadow the pawpaw. It will do in a mixed cropping kind of farm practice.
Now that the pawpaw that are being planted on ridges,
Yes.
you can uproot them and replant them.
Yes, you can uproot them and replant them. But before you uproot them, you make sure that they are not old.
Okay.
They are not I mean, it has a duration. You don't harvest a pawpaw that is already uh, as tall as 3 meters. It will not be, the risk of it surviving is not going to be, is slim. So, but that's why they are good to plant when they are at tender age, tender stage. That's the best time to transplant pawpaw, when they are at their tender stage. Yes.
All right, so that is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
yes, we've heard from him. It's good to harvest it at a tender stage, not more than 3 centimeters tall, so that you will not have the risk of it dying, one, and then we can plant it either on the birds or in cubicles like this, or just create a plant for it. We'll be right back where we talk now about the other part of what we said we're going to discuss and explore on. This is still ARCN television, and improved seats is what you are watching. We'll be right back. back. Right now we have here what is called jackfruit. I do not know what it is, but we're going to hear from the expert who is going to tell us. At first, I thought it was a pear tree or an apple, but right now I was told that it's a jack tree, a jackfruit. So, sir, please, what is this?
Welcome. Thank you very much. This plant is called jackfruit. Jackfruit is a tree that grows just like an umbrella tree. It's very the fruit is as big as pawpaw plant, and it's very healthy. It's a plant that is very healthy, especially for people who have cancer. People who have cancer, people who have high blood pressure, and it's very nutritional. So it's called jackfruit. Very expensive, just like you can see.
All right, so
Yes.
what is the cultivation of this?
The cultivation of jackfruit basically is from the seed. Once you eat the fruit, you can now use from the seed in the fruit to plant. So that was what we did. We got the fruit. After eating the fruit, now we now establish a nursery for it. So this is from the fruit that we have eaten that we planted this seed.
Oh, so this is the nursery part.
Yes, this is the nursery aspect. From here now, it will be ready for transplanting to the farm. Yes.
So what is the duration? How do you cultivate it? What's the duration?
The duration for jackfruit basically will take up to like 4 years. 4 years to get to start fruiting. Yes, depending on how you take good care of it.
So
Yes.
what motivated you to go into this?
Yeah, what motivated me to go into jackfruit production? The first time I heard about jackfruit was when one of my dad's friends came back from India, and he brought the jackfruit tree. So when he planted the tree, we never knew what it was until he even passed on. So, but after some time, I now was wondering, this tree, is it not going to start fruiting? Then suddenly it started fruiting. Then we got to know that this fruit is called jackfruit, and these are the benefits, the health benefit of it. So it's not very common in Nigeria. It's not very common in Nigeria, but I'm sure part of what activities we're going to be doing is to create more awareness about some of the importance of jackfruit, how it is beneficial to health, and how it can create wealth and employment for people who are going to go into cultivation of jackfruit. But honestly, it's a very good medicinal plant that is advisable for people who have chronic diseases, especially those who have cancer. And it also helps in prevention. Not only in curative aspect, it also helps in prevention.
Okay.
Yes.
So you said it grows into a tree like an umbrella tree.
Yes, it grows like an
So
umbrella
it
tree.
fruits as much as pawpaw, or does it fruit
Yeah.
just one or two?
It fruits like pawpaw, but it grows. When you look at the way it fruiting pattern is not the same pattern like pawpaw. For jackfruit, it can fruit from any part of the tree. Yes, it can fruit from the trunk. It can fruit from any part of the tree. So that's the difference.
So how do you consume it?
When you slice it, the inside is juice. Juice, like when you slice it, you see the fruit inside. You just eat the fruit and just throw away the seed.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But
Good.
it's very lovely and very delicious. It's
All
very delicious fruit. Yes.
All right, you
yes.
said you're going to show us stevia.
Yes.
So tell us a little about stevia too.
Yes, stevia. Stevia is a natural sweetener, just like you know. So stevia, it helps also. It has its own health benefit. Apart from the fact that it addresses issues of high blood pressure, it also helps in reducing sugar level for people who are diabetic, who are diabetic, and it also very good for people who are trying to watch their weight. Yes, so it helps reducing high blood pressure. Brazil are one of the highest producers of stevia in the world, and you also know Brazil, they are one of the highest producers of sugar in the world. But today, you go to Brazil, they are not eating the sugar that they are producing, rather they are exporting sugar. So they are eating what is called stevia, because stevia is more healthy. It's a natural plant that has sweetener. With a little content of it, it can spice up your tea, it can spice up your food. And interestingly about stevia, you can take it raw, you can take it while it's dry. If you have a fresh stevia and you want to make a cup of tea, you just harvest some little leaves and boil your teacup and you are fine. You don't need the sugar.
Wow.
So stevia production actually in Nigeria is not very common, but few months ago, the Raw Materials Research and Development Council invited some participants, which happens to be part of the participant, for a train-the-trainer training on stevia production in Nigeria. So we got some samples of this stevia plant from that research workshop, and now we are experimenting it. So we have it somewhere in the farm. I can show you around when you're ready.
All right.
Yes.
So the duration of stevia, it also takes. Is it also a perennial crop, or is a flower?
Yes, stevia is like a flower, but it's also a perennial crop because it's not a tree. But you can plant it, and once you have leaves on it, you can start eating it.
So the more we consume the leaves, the more
yes, the more it consumes the leaf, the more it grows back. And if you don't consume it, it will dry up. Because once you allow it to fruit and bring out seeds, it will now start drying up. So ideally, once as it's growing, you just keep trimming the plant, trimming the seedlings that are coming out, and all the component of stevia, nothing is waste from it. And the way you preserve it, you don't dry it in the sun. You don't sun dry them. Room temperature is the way you just keep it, and they will dry naturally, and then you can have your stevia. You can take it raw. I mean, you can take it when it is fresh. You can take it when it is dry. When it is dry, you just ground it into powder, and it's ready for consumption.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Let's have a look at stevia, and then we'll see how it's going to taste, because I really want to have a taste of that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. You're welcome. Let's take you to the farm today. Have a look at it. Thank you. Cut off the flower. Very well. So that is why it is advisable for you to be removing the fruits anytime that they are coming up.
Okay.
When you want to do your tea, you just come and harvest some little leaves from here.
Okay.
Stevia is a natural plant that is sugar itself. Sugar is a natural sweetener as a plant, and you can take it when it is raw. You can take it when it is dry. Yes, and it's very good for the body. It doesn't have any sugar. It's natural, especially those people who have high blood pressure. It helps in controlling high blood pressure. It also helps in addressing these people who have diabetes. It also helps in reducing their blood sugar level to zero. If they switch and start taking Stevia, it addresses some of these health challenges. So most people who are potential obesity people, they are advised to desist from taking sugar and take sweetener, which is Stevia, and is natural and is healthy.
So you mean now we cut here?
Yes.
We cut these leaves now?
Yes. You can harvest this leaf now and put it in your tea.
And I can eat it like this?
Yes, you can eat it like that. You can eat it fresh.
It's sweet.
Very sweet.
So I throw it in my tea like this?
You have like 5, 6 in your tea.
Leaves, just a leaf.
Yeah. You can have just like few leaves on your tea. You have a wonderful experience.
Wow, it's too sugary.
It's sugarish, very sugarish. I'm telling you.
All right. So how do you cultivate it now?
Now cultivating stevia. From here now, from the stem, you can cut the stem and replant it just like the way you do for cassava.
So like this one now?
Yes, like this one now, you can plant this. But again, the technique for planting this, you have to use aloe vera gel. You use aloe vera gel before you put them inside the aloe vera gel, allow it for like 3-4 days in the aloe vera gel inside the leather before you can transplant it into a sack or into a container.
So you mean I'll cut the aloe vera?
Yeah, you
I'll
cut.
remove the
Yeah,
gel.
you remove the
Then
gel.
I'll put this
Yes,
inside.
yes. You
Then
put.
I'll tie it in a nylon.
Yes, you put it in a nylon.
And
So
keep
ideally, yes, you have like hundreds of these inside aloe vera gel. You cover it with with a leather to allow it to begin to sprout.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You allow it to begin to sprout before
So
you
I
can.
will cut a lot of this or
No,
just this?
you cut from the branches. This branch here now is on. You have it's a tree already.
Oh.
You go to the next branch. You have a tree
Oh,
already.
so I
Yes.
put it in the aloe vera
Yes,
gel.
you put it in the aloe vera gel
For how many days?
for 3 days. Three
And
days.
then I transplant it.
You transplant it to a sack or a container.
To container or to direct ground like this?
No, not direct ground, because if you take it to direct ground, it might not survive, because rainfall might not be every day. So it's better you put it in a sack where it will be like a nursery form, where you can take proper care of it in the nursery before you can transplant it.
Wow.
Yes. So these ones, they were in the sack before we transplanted them here.
So what is the duration of this one now?
This one, the duration for this one now, the duration for this, we just planted them barely. They are not up to. Sunke, what about that? About 1 month plus that we've just planted this, and you see now they are ready for eating, for consumption. They are ready.
Wow.
They are ready. So what we have here is just the nursery. We are trying to establish a nursery. By the time we have the nursery now, we'll be able to establish bigger farms of stevia in Nigeria. And each hectare of stevia will require 4,000 plants. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Each hectare of stevia will require 4,000 plants. So basically, we just started. This is
So these flowers that you are cutting off?
Yes. You're going to dry them. They are all the sugar, yes.
They are all the sugar?
Yes, this is the seed. If you allow the seed to stay too long on it, it won't grow well.
Okay.
So that is why it is advisable for you all the time. Once you see that they are beginning to form seed, you just come and harvest the seed out of the body. It will make it grow taller. Yes, that is the production technique or rules of production of it. Once you allow the thing to begin to fruit, I mean to produce seedlings on the plant, it reduces the lifespan of the plant automatically. But when you harvest it like this, it will.
And then you dry this one.
You dry this one. This one now, like you see, you dry them. I'll give you. You can go with this.
Okay.
Just dry it around somewhere around your kitchen, on a small bowl. Just allow it.
Then
it
you
will dry.
drink
Then you drink tea with it. It's very, very wonderful.
Wow. Let's still see more of the fruit.
This one now, you can go and dry them. You
But
understand?
can you plant this?
Technique, it will not grow.
Okay.
You must.
No, I mean, can I use this one now and plant it?
It will not grow except if you have aloe vera.
Yes, I mean if we put it
Yes.
inside aloe vera
Yes,
gel.
it will grow. Put it inside aloe vera gel, it will grow. This
I
one,
just
they will
cut.
grow. This stick,
I just cut?
cut here.
Okay.
Yes, stand.
Cut here.
Put this inside aloe vera gel, it will grow.
Wow.
The same thing with these ones. Cut here
Okay.
and put it inside aloe vera gel, it will grow.
Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And this one I can take my tea with.
Yes, you can take your tea with this. And again, if you are farming it, it is advisable to plant it where like now, if it rains, there will be sand on the body of this thing. So sometimes when you remove it, you can just rinse it before you consume it, because of any other unwanted dirty on it. On it, it will not grow taller.
Okay.
So that is why you are advised to be removing the part of that. You are harvesting it time to time, Kina. You know. Wow.
That is beautiful.
Yes, this is fine.
So what are you going to tell Nigerians about this?
Really, I want to encourage Nigerians to take natural sugar or sweetener and desist from the consumption of sugar. And desist from the consumption of sugar, because we all know sugar has its own effect on our body, especially for those people, who are diabetics, who have diabetes. Sugar, they should desist from sugar and go into taking stevia as their natural sweetener. In that regard, it will help in addressing the issue that they are having, and also it will also improve on their health. Stevia helps in also addressing issue of high blood pressure. People who have diabetes, it also helps in bringing their sugar level to zero. So the importance of stevia cannot be overemphasized. So we should desist from taking sugar and concentrate more on taking stevia.
So
which is
what's
good.
the cost value if you want to farm this? Is it
Yeah, the cost value for stevia, like I said, 1 hectare of stevia will require 4,000 of these plants. 4,000. And each of these plants you are seeing now will be like 2,500. Yes, this nursery plant you are seeing will be like 2,500.
wow.
Yes.
And is there market for it already?
There's market for stevia. Most of the stevia being consumed in Nigeria, they are not farmed here, they are not produced here. We don't have processing companies for stevia. Most of the stevia that you see in our supermarket, they are from foreign, they are imported into Nigeria. We don't have commercial stevia farms in Nigeria. So if our government and with the Agricultural Research Council can go into research for stevia production in Nigeria, I'm sure it's going to create wealth and employment for people. Yeah, farming stevia is very easy and it has a very good economic value.
Well, we've heard it all today. Today has been practical all around. We've seen stevia, we've seen jackfruit, we've even seen how practical, how pawpaw is being planted. Hope you've learned a lot from today. If you did, keep a date with us next week for another episode of the program Improve Seeds. Thank you so much already in the farm. They're harvesting the stevia. We need to have more of it. So thank you and keep watching ARCN television. I remain Hilda Homsem saying be good and stay out of trouble.